Welcome back, everybody. Now it's a short video today. I've only got one item, and that's this, which has been advertised as the ultimate kitchen peeler, but does it really work? Let's find out in today's video. All right, this might just look like an ordinary run-of-the-mill kitchen peeler, but there's a bit of a backstory in this one. Starting in late 2020 and into this year, I've actually had quite a few requests for an as-seen on TV version called the Ultimate Irish Peeler that looks exactly like this. So after doing some research, I actually found this one on Amazon, which predates the Ultimate Irish Peeler. The as-seen on TV model, its website was registered back in mid-2020. This has been around since at least 2018. There's a whole bunch of these on AliExpress as cheap as 30 cents, but I can't vouch for those because the quality varies a lot there and I'm not sure how good those are. You'll have to excuse me if I sometimes refer to this as the Irish Peeler. It's kind of hard for me to get that out of my head because I've known that one longer. But this one has been around for at least 3 years now, so let's take a look at the overview and then get started. All right, taking a closer look, they came in this box from Amazon. And all I had was the 3 peelers and very basic instruction sheet. Now I already took one out of the packaging. This is how they come, just wrapped like that. This isn't overly helpful. It says cut flesh into strips. That's the Julienne edge. This is the serrated edge for the peeling. Basically the features are that you have a serrated edge here, a Julienne edge here, a very mini grater, which they say is for small items, but we'll see about that. This is to remove eyes from a potato, and this is actually a cutter to go into the flesh of an orange so you can help peel that easier. The claims are that it has a durable Y shape, good for peeling, cutting potato eyes, fruit, vegetables, dishwasher safe, easy to clean, ergonomic, and can be used right or left-handed. Now for those on Amazon who like this model, they said that the handle was nice and large, had a good grip to it, and it's easy to shred using the Julienne Blade. Now on the cons, those who didn't like it said it was too sharp, while others said it was too dull. I guess we'll have to get to the bottom of that as well. Let's get to the kitchen, start peeling. By the way, be sure to stick around at the end of this video where I have a bonus review that has nothing to do with peelers. This one's actually for beef jerky. All right, here you go. Let's start peeling and see what happens. Start off with basic potato. We're just gonna use the serrated side right here. In the commercial, he was using forward and backward strokes. So we'll see if that actually works. I'm just gonna kind of start off slow here. Well, that did cut through very nicely. Let me see. Oh yeah, wow. Can I do the forward and backward motion without cutting my fingers? Let's see. Wow. I don't think I'd really want to do it that way, but it's very sharp. It's cutting through there like butter. Wow. I can see why he was going so fast because you probably can. Let me pull another one out. I'm afraid I'm gonna cut my hand though because my fingers are right there. I don't like the going that way, but man, it's really quick, really smooth. I'm a little bit surprised and impressed. That's really smooth. I'm going kind of fast. I'm probably gonna cut myself. Let me just compare it to this OXO that I reviewed a long time ago. Let's see how that goes. Let's see. Well, the OXO is pretty good too. It's actually about the same, and I don't feel like I'm quite as dangerous. I can kind of pop it off to the side here. Huh, let me see. He was showing it on the commercial for the Irish peeler, the real one, with his finger kind of like this. It's about as sharp as the OXO. I'm not sure I like this system, as opposed to holding it like that, away from yourself. So you can do like this. This one you can't do that as easily. It's not as easy when you're doing it away from yourself. I feel like I'm gonna knock it out of my hand like that, so I don't know. It's really sharp, it's really smooth. I'm not sure I like the way you have to hold it in your hand. But we have more to try. Let's try the eye remover right here. It doesn't seem particularly sharp. Let me see. I don't know about that. Not impressed with this. With the OXO, you can use the end here. I think the OXO's better removed. Honestly, I think the OXO's is better. It's impressively sharp and smooth, but I don't like the way you hold it, and no, OXO's better. For potatoes, we have other things to try though. Let me just clean these up real quick before I go on. I don't know, it's not bad. I guess I'm getting used to it. They literally showed a tomato in the commercial with the serrated end, so let me see if I can actually peel a tomato. Oh, that worked. Let's see if I don't do that to my skin next. I mean, I guess it's working. I'm not. It looked much more impressive on the demonstration. Let's try the OXO again. Oh, not as good. Not as good on the tomato. Actually, I think this one actually beats the OXO. This is not efficient at all. It's not working. Well, if you're a big at peeling tomatoes, this is probably a good choice. It actually peeled a tomato. I'm actually happy about that. Another demonstration was half of a red cabbage and this peeler. So they were going back and forth. Let's try it. Huh. I guess so. I guess so. I don't know. It feels like it's better just going one direction. Oh yeah, you know, I'm actually pushing a little bit harder and I'm starting to feel it. I'm starting to feel it. It's not great, but it's not terrible. There must be a technique to this, and I'm not sure if I have that technique. There were 0 instructions, by the way, none whatsoever. There's moments it feels like it's working well and moments it doesn't. Now it's getting clogged up here. I don't know. What do you guys think? Is that acceptable to you or not? Ah. You know, I'm going to say it does work. It does do what they say it's going to do. It's working. It's not quite as easy as I thought it would be, but it's not bad. All right, so the serrated blade is not really doing that bad. It's not doing as amazing as the commercials make it look, but not bad. Not too bad. Let's try the Julienne Blade and see how that works. I saw a demonstration with a zucchini. Let's try it out. All right, hey, I'm feeling that. Oh yeah, not bad. Here's the results. Actually, that was quite quick, quite efficient. Really, it was far better than I expected. Try out a Julienne Blade on these carrots here. All right, it's doing the carrot. I'm kind of holding it back here because I don't want to lose any skin on this demonstration. It's taking a little bit of force. It's not. I'm not going to say it's the smoothest silk, but it is working. It is working. Try this one. That's quite nice, and I can certainly use that. So, you know, I think that as far as the Julienne feature, it's pretty good. Let me try, keep going. Look how fast this is going. The more I use it, the more I like it. Look at this. If you prepare carrots in this manner, this peeler actually might work pretty well for you. I wonder how well it could peel an apple. Let's see. Oh, you know what? That was pretty quick. Just compared to the OXO here, that's actually pretty quick too. I like the fact that the OXO you can kind of push away from your fingers. Here you can do it, but it's not quite as good. I have to admit I'm a little bit impressed by some of the features of this peeler. I had very low expectations. The Julienne side of it is actually a little bit better to me than the peeler side. The peeler side is not much better than my OXO. And the OXO I can hold in a way that I don't feel is quite as unsafe. So to me, the Julienne feature is better, but really it worked better than I thought. One final test here. I'm going to see if this notch for oranges actually works. I guess what you're supposed to do is basically just get it started. It's not supposed to peel the entire orange. We shall see. So it's just kind of, oh, you know what? That's not bad. It reminds me a little bit of the banana bopper I had. If anybody remembers the banana bopper. It just kind of gets it started for you. You know what? Honestly, that's far more useful than I ever imagined it would be. Sometimes starting the orange is the hardest part. That really wasn't that bad. I wonder if you could do more of it. What if you just do like in chunks like that? Again, I didn't get any instructions. I'm just kind of going off the Irish peeler commercial. And I don't even know if this is how you're supposed to use this, but wow, that was, you know what? That worked too. This is more useful than I expected. Maybe the most surprising thing is the orange starter notch on there that actually worked better than I thought it was going to. I don't know if this grater is going to work. They showed it for garlic and ginger. That's not something I usually grate that often. I don't use those that often. Let me try it on some cheese and see if it actually works as a normal grater. It's a no. Now, as far as the grater goes, I don't think it adds very much. I didn't really think it worked on cheese. It's supposed to be for smaller things, but most people, they already have a grater, don't really need it. All right, so as far as the pros and cons go, I would say the pro is that it's very sharp and it cuts very easily through most things. I really like the Julienne Blade, and also it's quite ergonomic, it's easy to hold, so I think as far as that goes, it works pretty well. Now, as far as the cons go, I didn't think the Serrated blade outperformed the OXO that I have, and also the way you're supposed to hold the potatoes just feels kind of precarious. I'm not really sure that I want to keep holding potatoes like that when I peel them. I'd rather peel away from me in a safer motion than this allows. I don't think the eye remover is as good as the OXO, and this grater on here, it's only for very small things. I have nothing I ever really grate that size, so to me that grater is kind of useless. So I don't know why you'd want to get 3 peelers, but if you ever do, $11 for 3 of them is actually a pretty good deal, especially when the Ultimate Irish Peeler, which looks just like this, is $20 when you factor shipping in there. So to me, this is the better option of those two. There are more in AliExpress, like I said before, but I don't know how good those are. Now, you might wonder if the Irish Peeler is a better quality than this one. Now, the problem with that is that the cons I had with this were more in design, not so much quality, so I don't think a better quality will really alleviate those problems. So I think this is probably going to be a superior option to the Ultimate Irish Peeler. I think if you have realistic expectations, you might find this to be an average to above average peeler. The Julienne is actually quite nice. If you're just looking for potato peeling, there's definitely better options out there. In fact, I've got an entire video comparing potato peelers, which I'll link above and below if you want to check that out. So this was a fun short video. I'll be back this weekend with a much longer video. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you next time. All right, welcome to the bonus review. Now, it's been a while since I've done one of these bonus segments at the end of the videos, but it's nice out here in Las Vegas, so I figured this is a perfect opportunity for me to sit outside and try something out. This was sent to me in the mail. I have no affiliation with this company. It just arrived in my P.O. box. This is from, let me see, there's a letter in here. All right, there's a letter in here. I haven't opened it yet. This is from Jeff's Famous Jerky. They said they have 22 flavors, but they sent me, it looks like about 6 or 7 of them. I got some stickers, some pins. I don't know where I'm gonna put that, but thank you. So let me look at the flavors we got here. I know there's preliminary stuff. Let's see what they sent. Here are the candidates I will be trying. There are 7 here. Hopefully you can see that, otherwise I'll have to film it later. Now, there's a lot of different kinds of beef jerky. I don't consider myself a connoisseur of beef jerky, but I used to make a lot in my food dehydrator, so I have some experience with beef jerky. I know I like it. And then there's also a huge variation of what beef jerky texture is like. Sometimes the beef jerky feels almost like potato chip, when it's thin and crunchy. Sometimes it's very moist. It kind of almost feels like meat that's been sitting out for a day or so. But let's see what Jeff's Famous Brisket Beef Jerky has to offer. This says Jeff's Famous Brisket Beef Jerky Classic Original. That smells pretty good. Oh, this is very, very soft. Very soft, kind of crumbly. It smells like beef jerky. It just says natural smoke flavor added. It's a very different texture. All right, here we go. Let's try it out. Very soft. I better pace myself here. There's a sweetness to it. It's a good standard beef jerky flavor. The smokiness is kind of in the back. I almost detect more of a sweetness than a smokiness. The smokiness kind of comes at the end. It's pretty good though. I'm not sure everybody's gonna like that soft, crumbly texture, but if you don't mind that, that was pretty good. Let's keep going. Now I'm just pulling them off the top here. This is Korean barbecue. This one's supposed to be sweet. We shall see. There we go. Korean barbecue, it's sweet. That's pretty sweet. It's kind of like almost a garlicky brown sugar flavor, if that even makes sense. It's good. It's a good flavor to it. I would say if I'm going to keep an ongoing ranking going, I'm going to still take the classic original over the Korean barbecue. This is good. I'm not really into very sweet jerky, but not bad. Let's go with another one. This is Sweet and Smokin' Barbecue. By the way, Bailey is right here by my hands, thinking she's going to get some of this. So far, the texture of all these have been about the same. They're very moist, kind of crumbly. I'm just going to pull a piece out. Oh, this is a big piece. So you can see it's not one of the firm type of beef jerky. It's very moist. The flavor of this reminds me of a pulled pork sandwich. I feel like I'm at a company picnic, at one of those tents where people are giving out food. It's a very nice flavor. I would put this one above the Korean barbecue, but I'm not sure about versus the original yet. So I'm gonna I'm gonna keep that one at number 2, but I'm gonna try my top choices at the end and see which one's the best. Let's keep going. Sweet and spicy. This says gluten-free and medium hot. We'll see what they think. I like heat. We'll see what their medium hot is. This feels even more moist, or is the word moister? This feels more moist than the others. This is the most moist. And Bailey just slobbered on my foot. Yeah, so she's begging for beef jerky. Sweet and spicy. Not much heat yet. Try that one. Try that one. This is very moist, but I'm not getting much heat. More on that one. All right, the heat came really late on this one, so now I'm finally getting the heat, but wow, I was finished with my second piece before I started getting heat in the back of my mouth. Good flavor. I'm gonna put it down with the Korean barbecue kind of toward the end for now, but we'll keep going. How about, this is very interesting. Cranberry and jalapeno. Sweet and mildly spicy. Let's see what we got here. Doesn't feel as moist as the last one. This is probably the driest of all the ones that I've tried so far. I'm not sure if that's what they're going for, but that's what we got. There we go, cranberry jalapeno. I think I got more cranberry than jalapeno though. Let me try another piece. This has the most jerky-like texture. Still kind of on the moist side, but the most jerky-like. Oh, it's kind of growing on me. I'm gonna put this one right in the center so far. Not 2 more to go. Teriyaki. Teriyaki, gluten-free. This is the least crumbly piece I've had so far. Not crumbly at all. It's almost like that turkey bacon, if you've ever had turkey bacon, which I'm not a huge fan of turkey bacon, but that's kind of the texture of it. Just kind of like blah, 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 blah. A little bit chewy. I'm not sure I like chewy. I would say that the teriyaki flavor is so mild that it almost tastes like kind of generic beef jerky and not even like, this is probably my least favorite of these so far. I'm gonna put it at the end. All right, one more. Orange mango. Sweet and mildly spicy and gluten-free. All right, we're back to the crumbly again. The crumbliness came back. Is crumbliness a word? I don't know, but let's try the orange mango. Oh, it melts in your mouth. It says mildly spicy, but that seems spicier than some of the other ones that I've had. It's very citrusy up front and very spicy in the back. I kind of like it. It's different. All right, I have my preliminary ranking. I'm going to taste them all one more time and then give my final ranking. So rather than have you sit through that, we'll kind of switch to some fast motion. All right, that's a lot more beef jerky than I usually eat in one sitting, but I've got my ranking here. We're going to start from number 7 to number 1. Purely subjective. This is just my own opinion after eating them twice. At number 7, these are all good, by the way. I liked all of them, but someone has to be at the bottom, right? And that's going to be, for me, teriyaki. It's just a little bit blander than the rest. It just seemed kind of like a bit generic tasting compared to some of the other flavors. Number 6, I would say, is the Korean barbecue. There's other flavors that are sweet that I think come together better. It's not bad, just not as good as some of the rest. Orange mango. Very bold flavor on this one. It's very unusual. I do kind of like it. The sweet and spicy kind of go well together, so I think the orange mango is pretty good. Now we're getting into the upper tiers here, the sweet and spicy. I think the sweet and spicy came out very nice. It's nice and balanced. It's not too sweet or too spicy. They had a good blend here. This one is a solid choice. The cranberry jalapeno is one I was very interested in. I think I'm putting this one at number 3. I would say of all the sweet ones I tried, this is the best. It's got bold flavors and it just comes together nicely. Number 2, this was a tough choice between 1 and 2. Number 2 is a sweet and smoking barbecue. It's basically a pulled pork sandwich, well, pulled beef sandwich in a bag. It's very nice. It's a familiar flavor. It's a good flavor. I think a lot of people would actually like this one. And number 1, I know this might be a boring choice, but the classic original to me, I guess it's the classic original for a reason, because this is probably their flagship beef jerky. Brisky beef jerky. It's very good. I'm not sure everybody's gonna like the textures of some of these. If you're a beef jerky connoisseur and you have an idea of what perfect beef jerky is like, and it's not including the more moist segment of beef jerky, you may not like it. I don't really mind so much. To me, I sometimes don't like the harder beef jerky that I have to work on for a half an hour before I swallow it. So I think the Jeff's Famous beef jerky is something worth considering. Thank you for sending that to me. Again, I'm not affiliated with them. I just wanted to try it out. It's been sitting in my mail stack for a while, and I feel like I can't let perfectly good beef jerky go to waste, so I figured I'd try it here and let you know how it is. Supposedly one of their flavors was an award-winning flavor a couple years ago, so They're not a fly-by-night company. They've been around, so if you're looking for some unusual beef jerkies, maybe try Jeff's Famous and see how you like it. To me, they're pretty good. Well, that's it for the bonus footage. I appreciate you sticking around this long, and I'll see you next time. Oh, she really wants some beef jerky. And she's looking at her chop still. You want some beef jerky, Bailey? Maybe a dog treat will do.